Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Pile 1, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. Welcome, or welcome back, whatever the case may be. We are here to do another pick a card love reading. We're tapping in and channeling through what is going on with your person. This is going to be, for the most part, just an overall general energy tapping into your person, being nosy, seeing what they're up to. At the very end, I will see how, if any, that energy might, tie back to you or have anything to do with you or whatever, okay? All right, so pile 1, just keep in mind it's a general reading, so everything that resonates, you can do whatever you want with it. If something isn't quite landing, just drop it, leave it for the people that it does resonate for. I do have personal, private readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below. All the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are $25. Go see which ones fit your needs. All right, pile 1, you guys were drawn to the Golden Healer. Let's see your person's, the overall energy that they're kind of in right now. Ooh, we got Mars. We got the Tower twice. Because in this, it says that Mars rules, the Tower card, so it's listed twice. Man, you guys, okay, your person is going through some kind of a, and it feels sudden, okay? Going through some kind of a, it's either an activation or it could be a literal Tower moment, okay? We got the Ten of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. This feels kind of like, it could be avoidant energy, your person not really, maybe numbed out or shut off as a response of what's going on with this Tower energy. For what's going on, Mars here as the main card. Your person could be in a state of urgency, impulsivity. There is a possible emotional or situational upheaval that has been activated in their life that they're, I don't know if they're dealing with it though. Again, with the Ten of Swords in the reverse here with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. They could be feeling a powerful urge to take action, to assert themselves, or to break out of something that's been holding them back. With the Ten of Swords reversed here, your person could be going through something devastating, a betrayal, a mental or emotional breakdown, some kind of a loss or a burnout reversed. The Ten of Swords can often represent struggling to get back up after hitting rock bottom, or resisting a necessary ending, holding on even when something is very much over. They could be stuck in denial. They could have a fear of letting go. And again, they could be trying to numb out the pain, which with these two cards here and the fact that we have Mars and the Tower both coming out together, whatever, it could be overwhelming. What your person is dealing with could be taxing them out mentally and emotionally. So with the Ace of Cups reversed, this feels like emotional blockage, a heart that's closed off, dried up, too hurt to open. There could be the suppression of grief, of loneliness. There's a sense of emotional depletion coming through, maybe even a rejection of new love or healing, closing themselves off at the heart space here. So together with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, there's deep emotional wounding that has not yet healed and may be causing your person to shut down emotionally, even as they feel a restlessness. There's a restless desire in your person to do something or change something. But it's really strange because it's almost like they're cutting themselves off from the very energy that would actually facilitate that. With the Tower, the fact that we have both Mars and the Tower actually coming out, this is an incredibly strong confirmation that your person is going through some kind of a major life upheaval and or an emotional collapse. So this could involve a sudden realization that shatters your person's illusions. It could be the breaking down of an existing structure, you know, like a relationship, an identity, a home, or a belief. This could be talking about a collapse of their emotional or mental stability. You know, this energy feels like a dark night of the soul. I mean, your person may be trying to keep their head above water here with the Ten of Swords in the reverse by way of closing themselves off and numbing out with the Ace of Cups. But then we have the Mars energy here, you know, as the main energy, like fueling. I mean, Mars is all about fighting through, you know, drive, motivation, moving forward. You know, it's very, very activated masculine energy. And so there could be, you know, your person may be just trying to shut off their emotions in order to get through whatever this Tower moment is. Now, I do want to point out with the Tower coming out twice, this Tower, even if your person is trying to avoid the Tower moment, it's happening regardless. It's here twice. So this could be very karmically fated, whatever the breakdown of that structure is. You know, with this Mars energy here and the dark night of the soul energy that's coming through, it could be like a storm that's building, maybe even raging. So with Mars energy here, the dark night of the soul energy could be coming with rage, panic, impulsivity, the kind of impulsivity that could, you know, blow up a relationship, that could quitting a job, confronting somebody that they've held resentment toward. So your person is in or they're at a crisis point in their lives right now for what's going on with your person. Pile one, Mars. Mars as the main card showing up. Your person feels there's an urgency in their energy that's been activated. But with, the clarifiers here, the energy driving this urgency is coming from a space of emotional pain, unhealed trauma, and a desire to break free. It's not coming from peace, clarity, or groundedness. But regardless of whatever space they're in, again, this Tower moment, they can avoid it. They can try to avoid it all they want, but it's happening regardless. There's nothing it feels like there's nothing that your person can do to control this Tower moment from doing what it's doing. So your person could be experiencing some kind of a reckoning with old emotional wounds. There could be some kind of a massive internal collapse or an ego death. A shutdown of their heart space, possibly to try to protect themselves or keep their heads above water, so to speak. And they could be highly reactive or in, a very impulsive state that could manifest in like conflict or some kind of dramatic life shifts. It doesn't feel chaotic. That's the thing about it, though. Yes, it's shocking, it's sudden, and I'm hearing even instant. But the energies don't feel chaotic, which is so weird. This almost feels like it's whatever this Tower moment is, like it's supposed to be happening. Let me see. Oh, I forgot to get my other cards out. Give me a second, pile one. I thought I got them out. Still in my bag. All right, let's find out some more information, see if we can get some actual details maybe that will help give us an idea of what your person's dealing with. Pile one's person, what's going on with pile one and their person right now. There's drastic. Didn't I just say something about drastic? This is extreme, harsh, and cut off. It's showing up right under the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So this could be talking about your person with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, possibly cutting off communication and or connection with, a person in their life, or maybe, just people in their life in general that may have been contributing to this Ten of Swords energy here. It could also be that they're doing stuff like that to lessen the blow of the Tower and the Mars energy that's activated. Give me two more. Alien, telepathic dreams and songs. That coming out underneath the Ace of Cups in the reverse almost feels like your person like dissociating. Dissociating. Now I'm seeing that meme. Is it Homer Simpson in a bar, and he's just at the bar sitting like having a drink, looking like he's okay, and behind him like the entire bar is like like up in flames, and everybody else is like panicked and whatnot, but Homer's just kind of there, just not oblivious to it, but just dissociated, right? That's what's coming through for your person. Everything around them is just, I'm hearing it's going to shit, and they're dissociated. So it's not having, and you know what, the fact that the energy here is not coming through as chaotic, I mean, that could legitimately be for your person's benefit. That could be their nervous system, allowing your person to somehow still function in the middle of all of this. And so it may not be it actually may not be a full-fledged dark night of the soul at this point, simply because, otherwise your person would probably just be completely shut down. But I can see the makings of it is there, but maybe it's this Mars energy that's giving your person the energy that they need to keep their head afloat. Okay, because I do feel like whatever this Tower energy here, it feels like it's supposed to be happening. And if it's supposed to, and I mean like divinely, right? Orchestrated, maybe by their higher self, the universe, whatever, you call that. But so they're being given the energy and the resources and the support energetically that they need in order to withstand whatever this Tower moment is. Let's get one more. One more. What's pile one's person currently up to? What's going on in their life? We got Divine Masculine. Yeah, okay. They're being, then we got at the bottom of the deck, we've got Tragedy and Forbidden Love. Yeah, I mean, this could be there could be a love connection in your person's life that is also going to shit, okay? We'll see here in a second if we can discern. You guys are going to know whether or not that's you or not, but, we'll check just to be nosy anyway. A lot of, Mars energy, kind of helping not just fuel the Tower. The Tower's happening regardless, but it's fueling your person. Again, it feels like it's supposed to be happening, though. So let's get some messages from your person to you. And then we'll close the reading. Pile 1, sorry. Pile 1. I know who y'all are. All right, pile 1. What messages do you have for pile 1, pile 1's person? What messages does pile 1's person have for them? Their messages to pile 1. I don't know what to do or say. If you're not hearing from your person, that's why, okay? They don't know what to do. And they don't know what, they don't know what actions to take. Even though they are being very fueled by action-oriented Mars, right? When it comes to you and your connection specifically, that's why you're not hearing from this person. And of course, if you guys have been disconnected from your person for a while, I mean, that makes sense, especially if a lot of time has passed and this recent energy in their life isn't due to you, then I can see that. But either way, whether your connection is a part of this energy of the Tower, regardless, you're not hearing from them because they don't know what to say. They don't know what to do, okay? Now, if you are part of this Tower energy, that could be why it's like they don't know how to undo this Tower moment that's happening, okay? They don't know what they could do or what they could say to you to keep your guys' connection from just completely crumbling down. And honestly, with the messages that's coming through pile 1, this Tower moment is needing to happen if that Tower moment is specifically talking about or including your guys' connection. But you're going to know if that's the case, okay? This feels very recent, and so if it's been a while, if this is happening now, we'll put it that way, okay? If you haven't talked to your person in months, this is probably not related to your guys' connection. Give me a couple more. Healing core wounds, okay, and it's interesting to note that this is coming out on top of the Ace of Cups, all right? But again, I feel like that might actually be part of the process of your person going through the Tower moment. Your person's heart space and or their nervous system may only be able to handle bits of information at a time. And so, their heart is being, I don't want to say completely closed off, but it's being guarded because there's something about resources, emotional resources. Your person is tapped out. And so it's like, yeah, the Tower moment is still happening, but it feels like they're healing in phases, okay? When it gets to be too much, everything just shuts down in your person, maybe like a robot, right? Just kind of in order to still function. Let's get one more. Because I do feel like with healing core wounds here, like there is healing in the midst of this Tower moment, but it's very measured, okay? Very supported too, very supported. I feel, again, I do often sometimes repeat myself, you guys, but for some reason it's just, that's the way I feel guided to do it. Let's see, let's get one more. Messages to pile one. I just heard them say to you, a message to you. They said, I'll do better next time. I'll do better the next time around. I don't know if that's a promise though. It's not coming it's not coming through largely in that energy as a promise, more just like a statement. I'm hearing them also say they're trying to become and they're trying to be a better person. This Tower moment is helping them, definitely helping them with that. Give me one more, please. Messages to pile one. I don't feel like I'm good enough for you. Aww. Bottom of the deck, wow, I need you and I miss you. So, I mean, for those of you tuning in and something happened between you and your person and your connection, either was the catalyst to this Tower or is being affected by this Tower. Yeah, your person, it's there, it's in the background. But I mean, that's background energy either way. Even if, you know, even if you've been away from your person for a while with I need you and I miss you. But let me wait, let me double check something real quick, because that is bottom of the deck energy. Because I am picking up on this energy of, well, let me see. Is this on its way out? Or is it just background energy? Background energy are on its way out. It's okay. It's on its way out. Your person, yeah, I mean, for many of you, this is kind of like your person. There's a couple of things coming through, okay? It could be that this energy is on its way out because your person is being shut down, like, you know, internally, mentally and emotionally, just being shut down to help them kind of deal with whatever this Tower energy is. You know, and when you're shut down in that way, especially if you're in survival mode and your person is in survival mode right now, okay? You're not going to really think about anything else. You know, your whole thing is going to be trying to save a sinking ship, especially if the sinking ship they're dealing with is not your guys' connection, okay? And it's, you know, for the Hanged Man in the reverse, this is, you know, things in this connection between the two of you not being suspended anymore, progress being like reinstated, but it might be, but it's not progress towards you. It's not progress towards the connection. It's like almost a feeling of moving on, okay? Let's get some messages, more messages from them to you. Messages to pile one, please. A replay. Oh, wow. And that's coming out right underneath. I don't know what to do or what to say. So there's an energy and a message coming through. Like they've already said everything to you that they could have thought of to say, and none of it's working, or none of it did any good, or, you know, or there's even a message coming through in that saying, like, you know, everything that you had to say to each other has already been said, right? You know, and this can be for those of you where you know that you're part of that Tower moment. This is your person going through in their heads over and over again, like literally just replaying some of the conversations the two of you have had. I'm hearing over the years, okay? That's a bit specific, so if that doesn't resonate, you know, just leave that for who it does. Give me two more. Their messages to pile one. You came closer than anyone. You know, and that Ace of Cups in the reverse can also just talk about maybe somebody, you know, who has always battled with opening up their heart, right? And your person coming through letting you know, pile one, that, you know, even if their heart was closed off, you came closer to their heart than anybody else. Give me one more. I hide my feelings. Coming right out, right underneath, I don't feel like I'm good enough for you. This is not something that your person is communicating. They could be keeping that very quiet. A lot of avoidance coming through. I know I say that a lot on this channel, but it just is what it is. Whatever is happening with this Tower moment, though, it is acting as a catalyst to your person's healing. It might be going, like, their healing might be happening very slowly, because their nervous system and the universe, their higher self, it's like almost regulating and healing happening in phases and stages. Like, okay, you know, phase 1 has been done, you know, now we're ready for phase 2. It's not being dumped on them all at once. All right, pile 1, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. Sorry, I almost choked. Oh my gosh. That was weird. I feel like there's a message in that. Why did that just happen? Your person might be feeling very choked up. They might have, you know, and I'm looking at healing core wounds right as I'm saying that, because what's popping into my head right now is your person having a hard time expressing their truth, and that might be part of what is being, I'm hearing activated. I was going to say healed, but I'm hearing activated. Yeah, this feels very divinely orchestrated. Divinely orchestrated. All right, pile 1. Yeah, comment below. Let me know what you thought. Hit that like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. If you haven't become part of the family, you can do so simply by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Michelle. We're back doing another Pick a Card Love reading. We are tapping in and channeling what is going on with your person. All right, we're going to be a bit nosy, see what they got going on. So we're just going to be looking at like just general energies, and then at the end I will get messages from them to you, and then, you know, we might see how you fit into all of that, if at all. Okay, so just keep in mind, you guys know the deal. It's a collective reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something doesn't resonate, just drop it and leave it behind for those that it does resonate for. I have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box. I have a lot of readings in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. Go check them out. See which ones you feel drawn to. All right. So pile 2, you guys were drawn to the rainbow fluorite, palm stone. Let's find out your person's overall energy that they're in, just in general. Oh my gosh. Okay. They're stuck. They're stuck in a, and this is like a toxic comfort zone that your person is stuck in. We have the South Node showing up. They might be resisting change of some kind, and it is impacting them negatively. They could be resisting change. They're not happy, or I should say they're not fulfilled, but they are comfortable, okay? It's not the kind of comfort that feels like home. It's just kind of it's the kind of comfort that it's easy, right? your person might perceive it as being peaceful, but really, again, it's just comfortable. You know, people can be comfort in very toxic situations, especially if that's what they're used to, right? And so, yeah, with the Six of Swords in the reverse, we also have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and then the Ace of Swords. Your person, it feels like they may have been stuck in this comfort zone in a while. For people who aren't too familiar with the nodes, right? The South Node is all about where you've been, what you're comfortable with. And it is a comfort zone, right? Your North Node is the path that you're supposed to walk through in this lifetime, and that the North Node is usually outside of your comfort zone, but that's where you grow, right? And so this feels like your person feeling stuck, possibly resisting their North Node path with that, whatever that is. They're comfortable, but they're not fulfilled. Okay, I don't want to say I feel like I'm being restricted from saying that they're not happy. They might be, but they're not fulfilled. And if they are happy, it's simply because they're in that comfort zone. Things are predictable there. To them, they might feel like that's peaceful, you know, but there's a difference between a peace that comes from walking your North Node path, which includes growth, right? Versus I wouldn't call it peace when you're stuck in a comfort zone. I don't know. We'll have to leave it at that, because I'm going to start getting, sidetracked. With the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse here and the Six of Swords, yeah, whatever path they're on or whatever they're doing, there is neglect here, okay? They could be neglecting themselves. They could be neglecting maybe, you know, a Queen of Pentacles in reverse energy. That would be a feminine energy. But we do have the Ace of Swords coming through. There is some kind of a truth that I feel is like not like pulling your person, right? Trying to knock at your person, trying to make itself known. I'm not saying that they are actively resisting it. There's a word that I'm trying to remember that perfectly encapsulates the energy that your person is in. Anyway, maybe it'll just pop out at me one of these times. They could be overly dependent on somebody in their life. A Queen of Pentacles in reverse energy, that's earth energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have the Ace of Swords here. We also have the Six of Swords. So there's air energy here too. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So your person could be dealing with some issues around like caretaking, maybe overgiving, struggling to create some kind of emotional and or financial independence. Again, you know, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse could also represent somebody that your person is currently entangled with. It could be a romantic partner. It could be a mom, an ex, a feminine energy. Somebody who's controlling, unstable, or demanding. That's giving me energy of somebody like, yeah, not being fulfilled where they're at, but because they're being taken care of by someone else, it's almost, is it apathetic? The word lethargy keeps wanting to come through. It's one of those energies where it's just like, you know, it's oh, okay. I'm hearing your person say it's not ideal. It's not ideal. And it's not necessarily everything they've ever wanted. And for some of you, your person's coming through saying it's not even really anything that they want, but it's comfortable there. They're being taken care of. With the Queen of Pentacles showing up in the reverse here, this is somebody overgiving. And it feels like that energy is overgiving to your person, like your person is being supported in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's mentally, emotionally, financially, physically, whatever the case may be. But I'm seeing your person just kind of like, well, it's there and it's being provided for me, so I'm just gonna I'm going to accept it, right? It's easy. It doesn't require a lot of work on your person's part. Again, it's not everything they've ever wanted. And for some of you, your person is saying that's not even really anything they specifically asked for. But since it's there and it's being offered and it's easy, they're like, okay, right? But this Ace of Swords energy, though, this is denoting some kind of a pivot point. So a revelation or a moment of clarity is happening, or the energy for it is there. Some kind of a breakthrough, because again, with the Six of Swords in the reverse energy, your person is stuck, okay, in this South Node energy here, stuck in this comfort zone. Whoever this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, I mean, they're making it very difficult for your person, because I feel like whoever this is, it's like they take care of everything. So despite all of the stuckness that's shown here in the old pattern, something is trying to break through to your person. Okay, and it could be their North Node path, right? And this breakthrough could be like a truth that they cannot deny anymore. This truth could be insight about what or who no longer is serving your person and like their development and their evolution just as a person. You could even talk about an awakening to what they really want, right? I'm also hearing like they're not going to be stuck in this comfort zone for very long. So, I mean, overall, what's going on in your person's life, pile 2, they're in some kind of a karmic holding pattern. More than likely tied to like unresolved emotional or relationship patterns. They could feel bound to a person, to a situation, or some kind of a role that is comfortable, but it's draining to them. I'm hearing specifically like they're just drained of motivation, because they got somebody basically doing everything for them. There could be difficulty in transitioning. Possible enmeshment or self-neglect. But something is trying to pierce through. Okay, there's like a moment of lucidity that's trying to break through that comfort zone, trying to break through the barrier of that comfort zone. So, I mean, this doesn't necessarily mean that your person's taking action yet, but with the Ace of Swords here, it shows that they can't either, this is happening now, this is a truth that is busting through now, or the energy is there, like it's building momentum, right? There's energy here supporting your person, seeing the light, so to speak. Okay, your person, what's going on with them, they're not really happy. They've either outgrown this dynamic that they're in, or they are outgrowing it, like they're currently outgrowing it, or they've already outgrown it. They may have possibly been neglecting their own needs and their own dreams. And again, there's a person, or at least a pattern, that your person has been clinging to that is actually part of what is holding your person back. So let's do some more digging. What's going on in pile 2's person's life? What is going on in their life right now? What is going on in their life right now? Pile 2's person. What's going on in their life right now? Nothing wants to come out. Let me try flipping the deck over. Give me a minute. What's going on in pile 2's person's life right now? Waves, but it's showing up in the reverse. It says emotions coming and going, showing in the reverse though. So, I mean, that could be your person shut down. It's that unfulfillment that's knocking at your person, but they're like tuning it out. They don't want to hear it, right? Because if they heard it, then they would have to do something about it. And then doing something about it requires, you know, motivation and courage and stuff like that. And your person's not about that right now. Give me a couple more. Love. Adore, admire, enchantment. You know, so I mean, they could love whoever this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is, right? But it's not serving them. Now, I'm hoping the Queen of Pentacles energy isn't you. I'm hoping that I'm not talking about you, because this does feel like an actual person in your person's life. There's kind of like a codependent / enabling dynamic being represented here for what's going on in your person's life. So, I mean, it's not necessarily that your person is just using that person. There does seem to be love, care, and affection there. There's just something about your person. They've fallen into apathy, okay? Let me get one more. What's going on in pile 2's person's life? Come together, but it's showing up in the reverse. This is reconciliation, spiritual union, soul contract. Again, that's in the reverse, and that's coming right down. The Ace of Swords, right underneath the Ace of Swords. That's at the bottom of the deck. Sold. Ooh. This says moving, physical, location change, but it's at the bottom of the deck. That might be what needs to happen here. This could be speaking about a relationship in your person's life that, you know, again, your person has outgrown, but they just don't have the energy and the motivation to really just disconnect from, and so they just stay in it because it's easier that way. It's very possible, though, that with this Ace of Swords, because I'm looking at soul contract and spiritual union, specifically soul contract. That contract with that Queen of Pentacles, the soul contract, could be over. Like, the time for that connection has expired, but your person isn't moving on from it because the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm hearing the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse person is working overtime to keep everything together. Neither one of them are happy. Okay, this does feel like I don't know if this is you, but this does feel like, you know, your person in some kind of a romantic connection. Again, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, somebody that they're currently with in a romantic sense. Again, it could just be like a mother figure or some kind of a feminine energy in your person's life that's just like footing the bill for everything, whether that bill is financial, you know, and or just energetic in all the different ways it can be energetic. But it looks like what's happening here, there's an ending that is circling your person and, you know, a current relationship dynamic, okay? There may be your person needing to move out, find their own place, or at least, you know, live apart from this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Let me see if that's like in the background somewhere. Is this pending? Yeah, that's pending. Your person could be, you know, already having their eye towards some kind of a location change. Now, I don't know. You guys are going to know. This could be your person moving out of a space they share with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, or this could be them moving in, okay? For those of you where that resonates, let's look. Let's see, moving out or moving in. In or out? That's moving in. Whoa. Okay. That's wild. That is wild. For those of you where, you know that this Queen of Pentacles, that's a person, right? There's either talks about it, communication about it with the eight of Wands here, talks about moving in together. But with the energy, it's not coming from a space of like, I mean, I don't want to say it's not love, because there is, there's love here. But what's coming through is the relationship that they have, or the dynamic that they have with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse has already run its course. It's already expired, and they're getting, you see what I'm saying? Ooh, and that might be why the Ace of Swords is here, trying to knock on your person, like before they make this change here. See, this is kind of feels like it's hanging in the balance. It's still there though, so there's still communication, about what's going on with your person about moving in together, possibly with this Queen of Pentacles energy. I kind of feel a little bit of a warning coming through with that, but what can you do? All right, let's see what messages they have for you. What messages do you have for pile 2? Pile 2's person. Their messages to pile 2, please. I just looked at the clock. It's 2:22. Please talk to me. Let's get a couple more. We have I'm all in. No regrets. Let's find out some more here. Back of the deck, we have I can't get you off of my mind. Okay, so regardless of what's going on in your person's life, you're still in their heads, pile 2. Okay, if you got them blocked, they're wanting you to talk to them. I'm just seeing like no communication, right? Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Let me get a few more cards out, and then we'll do some clarifying. Messages to pile 2, please. I don't know why this happened. Okay, I want you so badly. That no regrets could talk about your person not regretting, being with you or something like that. The energy that I wrote the no regrets on was more of a like, just not really regretting the way things went down, but that's not the energy I'm picking up with this. Give me one more. I have too much to lose. Look, it says, I wish we could go back. Feel free if you want to let me know if, who that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse might be. It feels like two separate energies. That doesn't feel like you, pile 2. This feels like someone else that they might be involved with, romantic or not, but it's definitely a dynamic that your person needs to outgrow. Yeah, with those no regrets, and then with I wish we could go back. I mean, tell me about no regrets, because I don't, something about that, tell me about no regrets. Feels off. Oh, okay. Yeah, does that look like they have no regrets? This is them trying to save face with the 9 of Swords here. That might be what your person is telling themselves. And that could be just them not really regretting the fact that they're just kind of stuck in a comfort zone. Your person feels very complacent. That's the word that was, I told you, I knew it was going to come out. They feel very complacent. Knowing that, you know, there's not really a question of like, you know, is this all there is? Your person knows that there's more to life than the dynamic they're currently in, or that they've settled. This feels like they're settling. That's what it feels like. They're in a connection or a dynamic and they're completely settling because it's easy. Yeah. What's I'm all in? But I don't know why this happened. I'm almost seeing your person kind of like, how did I end up here? You know, there might be some kind of a realization, again, with the Ace of Swords coming through. There might be some comparison to, you know, the different kinds of thoughts and emotions that they were experiencing with you versus who they're experiencing with this person, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Is this I'm all in? Is that about pile 2? Or is it about the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse? I'm just going to say your person could very well end up moving in with this person if they're not already living together, and possibly even like marrying that person. But it would be, and it is right now, it's a dynamic of convenience for your person. It's not motivated entirely by like love and infatuation and all that stuff, right? It almost feels arranged is what it feels like. Is I'm all in, is that about pile 2 or the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse? Pile 2 or the Queen of Pentacles. It's about the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, in the reverse, yeah. Yeah, so their messages to you is about your person for whatever reason. Which, that's disastrous. I should say that's like their intention is to go all in with whoever, or in that dynamic, to go all in that dynamic, to commit to it. But that's the problem. They're committing to a comfort zone, a toxic comfort zone that they're supposed to be growing out of. And if you resist, you know, your North Node path, happiness doesn't come from that. Fulfillment doesn't come from that. But again, this feels like with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, this isn't somebody, yeah, they might love that person, might have respect for that person, might even care for that person, but the Queen of Wands in the reverse, that could either talk about your person not really being all that attracted, or, you know, even motivated by that Queen of Pentacles in reverse person. Or it could just be, look at that, with the King of Wands in the reverse and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. They're a perfect match right now, but for all the wrong reasons. Whatever your person is doing, yeah, it is. There's a couple of different things coming through, and this is kind of giving you guys some tea. They're not even really sexually attracted to that person all that much. I'm telling you, that's a connection or a dynamic of convenience for your person. And of course, you know, that's going to make sense for those of you where you know that Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is not like, you know, a romantic partner. But again, there is energies here of your person moving in with someone, and if you know that person is who they're in a committed relationship with, I'm telling you, You can clock this if you want to. They're either already engaged, they're talking about it, or they're going to get married, but I don't see happiness in that, in the future of that relationship. There's not even happiness in it now. Your person's lying to themselves, though, with no regrets, with that Nine of Swords there. That's what that Ace of Swords might be. Is I'm actually hearing it scream at your person, like, don't do that. Don't go that route. Don't go that way. That's not the path to take. But with no regrets there, it almost feels like your person is just kind of flipping it off, right? Tell me about, please talk to me. They really do want to talk to you, pile 2, with the Six of Wands here. I'm almost hearing like a message coming through, like your person is almost wanting you or someone to come in and talk them out of this. Because they can't talk themselves out of it. With I don't know why this happened, again, it keeps taking me to your person saying, like, how did I get here? But it's like, to your person, it's like they're already here. Like, it would take too much to turn the ship around. But the longer they stay on that ship going in the wrong direction, the farther and farther they get from their soul path. The farther they're going to get, and, you know, from ever finding true happiness, joy, and fulfillment. This is carrying the energies of somebody, of your person, almost wishing somebody would be able to talk sense into them, but not that they would listen. What else do I have? Too much to lose. What's that? For some of you, I am picking up on the energy. They, you know, if they had a choice, they would rather be with you. And even if you gave them, or you know, you still are giving them a choice, something about the path with you, especially if you're a North Node path versus the South Node path they're on now, you're not making things easy for them, right? And that's, with them being stuck in the South Node energy, that's where they're just more inclined to lean towards, is the person that's making things really easy for them. Very deactivated masculine, wounded feminine, even. Anything to add for I have too much to lose? Talking specifically about the, I just heard the X, the Queen of Wands in the reverse. That's weird. But whoever the X is here, that could be talking about you, pile 2. And that's coming out right underneath the Ace of Swords. Is this breakthrough... Let's see, is this breakthrough going to happen before it's too late? I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm hearing it's happening now. Yes, okay. Some kind of a breakthrough is going to... There's, look, there's the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse again. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. Yeah. So that Ace of Swords energy is coming through. And with the Sun answering that as well, there's something, some kind of a truth that's going to be illuminated, that's going to help your person see what... I'm feeling like your person's getting ready to make a really big mistake. Okay? And it almost feels like they're going to be saved in the last minute from making that mistake by some kind of clarity, some kind of information that's going to make it almost impossible for your person to, you know, like turn a blind eye towards. Okay, you guys. Pile 2, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this reading resonated, do me a favor, smash the like button. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family if you haven't already by subscribing. And don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. In pile 2, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys. Hey, pile three, what is going on? Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We're tapping in and channeling what's going on with your person. We're being a bit nosy, okay, seeing what's going on. So this is just overall general what's going on with your person. It may or may not include information, specifically about you. We'll see at the end. We'll get some messages from them to you that kind of give you an idea of where you might stand in all of this, okay? For those of you where that applies. So keep in mind it's a collective reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it, do whatever you want. If it's not resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for, okay? I do have personal readings available if you want me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection. Check the description box below. All the booking details are there. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, so go see which ones fit your needs. All right, you guys. Pile three, you were drawn to the fire quartz. Their overall energy that they're in, we got sextile here. It says fortunate, compatibility, easy flow of ideas, collaborative, passive, non-disruptive, and not dynamic. Let's see what else we're working with here. We also have the Page of Wands reversed. Oh, the Eight of Pentacles reverse and Strength in the reverse. Okay, there's a few different things coming through in this energy. For some of you, your person could literally be on vacation, okay? They could be taking a break of some kind. I'm hearing also possibly like some kind of a hiatus. For some of you, your person has gone dark, like in terms of, is that a mantis? What is that? You guys look at the, what a praying mantis is. Because there's one on my flipping window outside. Oh my gosh. I've never, that's the first time I've seen one like that. Oh my gosh. What was I saying? There's just this overall energy of your person kind of being checked out. For some of you, I'm hearing your person, like they took their hands off the wheel about something. There could have been a time where your person, where all this energy was in the upright position, a lot of energy going into like working something, maintaining something, being very disciplined and really working something. And for some reason, like they took their hands off of it. And it could be because maybe your person felt like they were putting a lot of energy into something and it just wasn't yielding anything back. And so rather than pursue it or put more energy into it, they just like they took their hands off of it. Jesus take the wheel kind of a thing. Let's see what is going on in pile three's person's life. Whatever your person is up to, okay? There's not really a whole lot of activity. There's not a whole lot of discipline. Again, it's weird. Let me see. What's going on in pile three's irreconcilable differences? Okay. This could be specifically talking about marriage. Okay, a long-term commitment your person is in. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Let's get a couple more. What's going on in pile three's person's life? We got retaliation. This is punish, payback, and revenge. Oh. They might be fearing that or currently dealing with that. Possibly from the person they are in the process of divorcing or separating from. This energy does not feel like this energy here that your person is in is not the energy of somebody who is retaliatory or however you say that. Okay, so whoever this retaliation, it's not your person, it's them experiencing. That might be why there's all this deactivated energy here, like your person just taking their hands off of it and just basically like, you know, letting God handle it, letting the universe handle it. For some of you, your person could be trying to keep a low profile. Let's get one more. Wow. Discarded and throwing out, that could be your person, whoever. Let me find out. And then we got drastic with extreme, harsh, and cut off. Ooh, man. So what's possibly going on with your person right now, pile 3, they're ending something. For many of you, they're ending a marriage and or a long-term commitment, okay? And this is something, it got really bad, and I'm hearing it could be about to get worse. It could be because whoever is in this retaliation energy feels like they were just thrown out or just discarded and just like cut off. This, yeah, that's what it feels like. Your person cut off this connection because it just wasn't working. They were putting in a lot of effort, a lot of work, a lot of energy into it. And it wasn't working. Let me find out though. I'm going to be nosy. Yeah, it was whoever this retaliation, I feel like it's connected to this divorce, this irreconcilable differences here. This is somebody that got very upset or is very upset with your person for, you know, ending things basically. Because whoever this retaliation part, we'll just call it an ex, okay? An ex that your person is dealing with was getting quite a lot of energy, a lot of resources, a lot from their connection with your person, and all of that is being cut off. Because I'm hearing your person's not giving to that. They're not giving to that situation anymore. And it could be because the other person, the ex is getting nasty, okay? It could get very, very nasty. Tell me more about irreconcilable differences. Tell me more about that. Actually, let's look at trash real quick. Tell me more about trash. Ooh. You know, the ex could have been somebody. I mean, it could have been your person too. I don't know. But with this Knight of Wands in the reverse energy, this is the energy that is being discarded. It's being thrown out, okay? Someone with some very impulsive, reckless, possibly cheating kind of behaviors. Inconsistent, unreliable. And just very disrespectful and even disregarding, just not giving a fuck is what it feels like with this Knight of Wands in the reverse, okay? So yeah, it feels like your person, pile 3, what they're dealing with or what's going on in your person's life right now, they're going through some kind of a really bad divorce or a breakup, a separation, okay? And it's getting nasty, but you know, your person decided there again. Yeah, I was picking up on that earlier before these cards even came out. I think something about them, you know, keeping a low profile. Was that this pile? Trying to kind of, I mean, I'm picking up now your person might even be trying to hide out even. Yeah, because I was picking up like they might be on vacation. Your person literally could, you know, whether they're vacationing like an actual family vacation or it's just your person just wanting to get away for a little while because things are getting really bad between them and this other person. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, it's like your person is trying to lessen the severity of the blow. It feels like your person is some way, shape, or form trying to manage their ex's thirst for revenge. But with Knight of Wands in the reverse energy, I mean, this could be some very, yeah, I don't know. It's not looking pretty, I will tell you that. Your person's overall energy is just deactivated, right? They're just trying to go with the flow. You know, that passive energy there makes a lot of sense in the flow of everything else that's going on. They're not really trying to engage, you know, the ex much because they're afraid of, again, being retaliated against. Let's see. Things between them could be very mean and very nasty. All right, now we're gonna see. Give me some, what messages do you have? Pile 3's person. Pile 3's person's messages to pile 3. Their messages to pile 3, please. Their messages to pile 3. If this is a love triangle, there's a couple of things coming through with this card that says making you a top priority. For some of you, I'm hearing that's what they wish they would have done for you. They wish they would have made you a top priority. And for some of you where this could be a love triangle, this is your person saying that, you know, this is what they intend to do, is to make you a top priority. You know, this energy is needing to die down, though. I don't even know if it's going to. And eventually it will, but man, if they're going through an actual divorce, it's going to be nasty. I'm scared shitless. Yeah. They're afraid of what this other person is going to try to do, okay, as a result of cutting that person off. Give me one more. Your messages to pile 3. I know you love me. Oh, look at that. I want to marry you showing up at the bottom of the deck. Okay, you're the one that they want to be with. I'll see what's going on because bottom of the deck can be different energies. Let me see what that is. Why is I want to marry you at the bottom of the deck? Oh, okay. They want to make you a top priority, but it may be that marrying you is not a top priority, which makes sense if they're still legally married to somebody else or they're in a long-term commitment to somebody else that they need to separate themselves from, okay? This feels very complicated and very messy. So I don't know if you're, like, I get it if they're married and they have kids or if they've got kids together. But there is something about this connection, you know, it could just be the person that they're dealing with, right? Whether they're married to that person and or have kids with them or not. This feels like somebody that, you know, could go a bit psycho. Very much on lashing out. Now, not everybody, you know, I don't know what role your person may have played in that, okay? I don't know the story of the ex. There's always three sides to the story, right? And the truth is somewhere in between. But yeah, anyway, what are we doing? Tell me about I'm scared shitless. They're moving through it anyway. They're taking action anyway. They've let go. Yeah. Your person is letting you know, pile 3, that this may have been a long time coming, you know, the divorce or the separation from whoever the ex is. They may have held off on cutting that person loose because of, you know, because they feared leaving that person behind and what that person would do when they got cut off. But they're doing it anyway. And with the King of Wands clarifying that, it's like they know it's time, right? It's definitely time to take action. And right now, like, so it feels like your person may have taken action, cut them off, or left, or whatever, and then maybe even blocked, right? Because extreme, harsh, and cut off is there. This is your person feeling like they had to take drastic measures, or they're going to have to take drastic measures against their ex, because as a way to protect themselves against it, right? Tell me about making you a top priority. Anything to add for that? Yeah, just not. Again, we got the Four of Wands in the reverse, and I want to marry you showing up at the back of the deck. They're saying they want to make you a top priority, but now is not the time. Even wanting to marry you, but it's not, marriage is not a top priority. Even committing at this point is not a top priority. They're needing to deal with someone, an ex for most of you, okay? An ex, at least, like soon to be ex. They're having, for some of you, your person is feeling like they might be needing to get their ducks in a row, but the fact that they're kind of in a very passive, non-disruptive, non-dynamic energy, this already feels like, for many of you, your person already cut this person off, or they're getting ready to, okay? They're just not giving any energy into, you know, whoever this retaliation energy is in reference to. Let's see. They cut that person off, blocked them, told them it was over, and then like left town, right? It's that kind of a thing. Messages to pile 3, please. Will you ever make things right? Let's get a few more. I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, this may be, you may have like some kind of a love connection with your person that feels like it's just the right person in the wrong time. Yeah, you guys are probably not even talking, okay? They want to talk to you. Look at that. It says you were the best thing in my life. For some of you, your person is coming through with like a confession and an acknowledgement, like especially if, you know, this may be a bit specific, okay? There is regret and an apology coming through in this energy where your person feels at fault and is even asking forgiveness for going in a direction that went away from you. So that's going to resonate for those of you where maybe, you know, whoever this ex is could have been somebody that maybe you feel like they left you for that person, or they made that person a top priority when, you know, they should have made you a top priority. And your person is actually, for those of you where I said like they wish they made you a top priority, that's where that's coming from, right? Like they committed, or, you know, they gave their offer, or they chose the wrong person. For some of you, it is coming through. Your person could be asking you for another chance after all of this settles down. Let me look and see what's going on with will you ever make things right? What's that all about? For those of you where you are separated from your person and you're not talking, you know, your person could be wanting to let you know that, you know, them and whoever this ex is, or soon to be ex, let you know that they have left them. They have disconnected with that person, but something about timing. It's like now is just not the right time to do that and to reach out. Yeah. The King of Wands, this could be your person feeling like they found themselves again. They're feeling like themselves again. Maybe while they were dealing with this person, they were in a relationship or married to that person. Maybe they felt like they weren't themselves, or they weren't being true to themselves, and now they do. Like, you know, they got their mojo back. All right, so tell me about will you ever make things right? I'm hearing, will you ever let me make things right? That's your person, pile 3. wanting to make something up to you, coming out right underneath, making you a top priority. Three of Swords. Whoever got their heart broken in this dynamic, okay? I feel for largely that's you, pile 3. You had your heart broken by this person, the person on your mind. They're wanting to make up for that. For many of you, I'm picking up, they made the wrong choice and now they're wanting to backtrack, okay? All right, pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this reading resonated, take a moment, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by subscribing. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 3, I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, guys.